The Dodgers win 2-1 and sweep the series in 4 straight.
For more than 130 years, the Dodgers in Brooklyn and Los Angeles have been a lively part of the American experience. There were actually times when the Dodgers were on the cutting edge of history. In 1947, the Brooklyn Dodgers desegregated baseball, making Jackie Robinson the first African-American to play in the major league.
This is Los Angeles, where a long-time dream of big league baseball suddenly came true.
11 years later, the Los Angeles Dodgers, along with the Giants, made economic history, becoming the first major league teams to move west of the Rockies to California. It all started in 1883 with the Brooklyn Bridegrooms. After many name changes, the team was called the Trolley Dodgers, and finally, just the Dodgers.
The origin of the Dodger name comes from those early days in Brooklyn when they had the trolley tracks, and they were telling people, watch out, don't get hit. Be a trolley Dodger, don't get hit by a trolley.
In 1913, Ebbets Field was built, named after Charles Ebbets, the man who planned it. The team finished in 6th place 7 times. Still, fans lovingly called them Dem Bums. During World War II, lyrics to the national anthem were printed into Dodger programs. The post-war Dodgers became a powerhouse, winning 6 pennants in 10 years, finally beating the Yankees in the '55 World Series. Still looking back, Jackie Robinson's joining the Dodgers was a watershed moment for baseball and America. Jackie was handpicked by Dodger president Branch Rickey.
When Branch Rickey signed him, he said, Jackie, if somebody slaps you on the right cheek, what will you do? He said, I'll turn your left cheek, Mr. Rickey. But I dared somebody to slap Jackie on his right cheek, and they might not have gotten to his left cheek, Doug, unless they did from the ground.
Robinson's place in history and the abuse he took has been widely acknowledged. You can see why he became the most exciting player in baseball. Here he steals home in the '55 World Series against the Yankees. Still, some teammates didn't want him.
They didn't want him in spring training camp. Dixie Walker and Eddie Stanky and Bobby Bragan, Kirby Higbee were involved. They were going to sign a petition to send to Mr. Rickey during spring training that they didn't want the Negro player. And Rickey heard about it and he stopped it. And by the end of the season, when it was evident that he was the man that had made this ball club a pennant-winning ball club, then they were all for him.
When his number 42 was retired, 4 months before his death at the age of 53, Jackie spoke to Dodger fans.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I can only say this is one of the truly great moments of my life.
By the 1950s, Dodger President Walter O'Malley began looking for a new stadium site. New York officials suggested the Dodgers should move to the borough of Queens.
Play ball!
The team was openly courted by Los Angeles, and in 1958, the Dodgers made cross-country history when, along with the Giants, they moved to California.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ben Scully speaking to you from the Los Angeles Coliseum.
Movie stars came to the games in L.A., but the first superstar on the field was Sandy Koufax, who won virtually every award a player can win. But his career ended at the age of 30 because of arthritis.
I don't regret 1 minute of the last 12 years, but I think I would regret 1 year that was too many.
During the 1960s, with help from Don Drysdale, Tommy Davis, and Sandy Koufax, the Dodgers won 3 pennants and 2 World Series.
They're on their way.
In the 1970s and early 80s, the Dodgers' homegrown infield helped the team reach 4 World Series.
Manager Alston and Jeff.
In 1976, Dodger manager Walter Alston retired after 23 years and more than 2,000 wins. He was followed by Tommy Lasorda, who became a Dodger legend.
It's always exciting when you win. Anytime you win, it's exciting.
Speaking of legends, 19-year-old Fernando Valenzuela won Rookie of the Year and Cy Young Awards in the same season, 1981, a year the Dodgers won the World Series.
Watson hits it high in the air. For the center fielder, Ken Landreau, this should do it. The Dodgers are the 1981 champions of baseball.
7 years later, the Dodgers would once again claim a championship in a series which involved one of the most electrifying moments in team history.
High fly ball into right field.
More than 130 years ago, the Brooklyn Bridegrooms, a group of young married guys who loved playing baseball, were already drawing big crowds. These days, another young married man who loves playing baseball, Clayton Kershaw, is burning his own brand into Dodger history, and the team is still thrilling crowds and setting home attendance records. This is Doug Kriegel.